Alright, gang. Welcome to Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream. Yeah, gang, that's right, live stream. And just want to welcome one and all. I tell you what, treasure. What a week for treasure. I tell you, this community definitely is a treasure all by itself. Anyway, gang, we'll see who came in the door. Hey, North Jersey Detector, how are you? Flashing your pan. There's Ben, the giant detectorist. How are you? PA Coin Hounds, how are you? Yeoman Gall, how are you? Harry K, how are you? Jersey History Hunters, how are you? How are you? Mike Wolf, how are you? Phil off his tree, hi. And K Watt, howdy. Oh, there's that weird lady, Sandy Reiser, how are you? Part-time Detector, how are you? And I tell you, hi, one and all. Liz, Digging Canuck, how are you? And I tell you what, hey, there's Hoosier Hillbilly, how are you? CT Relic Digger, oh, he looks like he had a hit the hay. And just want to say, welcome, one and all. And hey, there's Adrian. What? Wait a minute. There's Adriana, you're making pecan pie? Oh my goodness. Oh boy, we better let that one go. Who else we got? Oh my god, there's Lenny No. How are you? Iowa Dig It. Hey. And I tell you what, welcome one and all. And again, to another edition. Nathan Likes Drums. How are you? And hey, there's Phil off his tree. Or is he out of his tree? But he fell off his tree. Poor Phil. And who else we got? Oh my goodness. Anyway, gang, tell you again. Thor had to hit the hay too. I tell you, it must be late for you guys. I'm trying to remember. What is it? Midnight for you guys. And but yep, thanks for tuning in anyway. Dipper Dudes, how are you? And Exploring Indiana, hi, and welcome again to one and all. And I tell you what, we've got a show for you tonight. And but anyway, let's see. Oh, hey, Joe Durbin, how are you? And Wells of History, Shane, how are you? Anyway, gang, I tell you what, welcome to Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream. Yeah, gang, that's right, live stream. And, I had a strange thought the other day. I was like, if you had a live stream about zombies, would it be called a dead stream? But I'd say maybe if we ever do a live stream for Ghost Talk, we'll call it a dead stream. But anyway, gang, welcome to Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream, and it's the only live stream you'll see tonight where a picture is not only worth 1,000 words, but possibly tens of millions of dollars. And anyway, gang, tonight we've got the weekend recap. I tell you, we got soaked, damp, and cold, yet Sunday warmed our hearts. And we've got a mail call, we got some incoming and outgoing. And of course, we've got our usual treasure story. It's going to be Mucho Millions. And also, too, gang, tonight we've got a viewer appreciation giveaway. Don't miss it. Not only will there be some Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper, but also what you see below. And, of course, you got down there a copy of Rare Coin Market Report, and there's also a 2018 cent, a penny, and also a blank in the same little package. We'll take a little bit closer look at that in a little bit. So that's tonight's giveaway. And, yeah, gang, like I said, the Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper, it goes where you go for when you go. So anyway, gang, let's get this dog in gear and let out the clutch. Weekend recap. Well, anyway, gang, the weather here in the east has been phenomenal. And I tell you, at least temperature-wise, we've been socked by rain and some wind. And I tell you, we did a little jostling of the schedule. And we did squeeze in several hours on Saturday only. And Sunday, the weather folks were actually right for once, and it rained all day. But anyway, Saturday, got out, and just when we got on the spot, it started to rain heavily. And we packed it up and headed homeward. We did find a fallow field that has been newly cleared, and we cannot wait to kind of get involved in that because it's in a great spot. Good old colonial area, and we just can't wait to kick around there to see what we can possibly find there. But anyway, gang, I tell you what, we'll see if anything comes of it. And yeah, Legendary Explorer, it's coming up, so do hang around. At this age, I really try not to go in the rain anymore. Weather and temperature seems to have an effect on this old geezer anymore. And I tell you what, better days are coming. Sunday, I tell you what, the community got together and did a benefit for Durrington Dave's widow. Rest in peace, Dave. And again, it was wonderful to see the community pull together as a unit for one of our own. Over $2,000 was raised. Hopefully by now everyone has sent their payment into the Mike, and everyone has gotten emails and information exchange. And I tell you what, yes, that's right, you the community, is a treasure. And this guy, that's right, that guy on your far right, that guy, the ringleader, Mallyman24, thank you so much for your time and patience and stamina. I tell you, stamina over 3 hours. In fact, I think it was 3 hours and 44 minutes. And I tell you what, and with only one bathroom break at that. Anyway, gang, I tell you what, thanks again to Mike for orchestrating the event, and hats off to you, sir. What a great time with great people for a great cause. And yeah, too, gang, I managed to come away with a Digging Canuck mug, I tell you, and quite excited about that. Even though someone else here in the Reiser household has already claimed it. Yeah, here I won the item in the benefit, but yeah, I tell you, I still managed to lose it. It's okay. I'll get to watch Sandy drink from it. But anyway, thanks to all who participated. And just a footnote, Mark Saxton, again, my sincerest apologies. I was on heightened troll alert, and I may have been a tad trigger happy. And yeah, I confused, I guess, your big-hearted, generous bid, and I tell you, I confused it with a wayward troll. So I do apologize for that. But anyway, I tell you, between keeping a written log, keeping up with the flying chat, and yeah, I tell you, I might have been a little overzealous. But I tell you what, we didn't do too bad with trolls. Very, very minimal. And we're going to roll this right into mail call. So by the way, Kane, it's on the way. Kane beeping, it is on the way. And I tell you, it was great to see all of the diggers there and folks from the coin community, I tell you. And anyway, gang, we are going to go ahead and catch up with chat and see who else we got going on. Hey, Quasi, how are you? And Jordan Anderson. And said, oh, no fight, we share. And we're all just laugh at that and let that go.
Excuse me. One of us can use Digging Canuck, and the other one can use the Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium mug.
Okay, well, there you go.
Okay.
That sounds like a plan. Hey, Drum Detect, how are you? And see, Jersey History Hunters. We didn't get out too much either. Yeah, I tell you what, this past weekend, it was horrible. Anyway, gang, I tell you what, we're going to keep this dog on going. No, Hoosier, that was me. I was all yes, no. Anyway, gang, mail call. Now we've got some mail that we have to go over, and I don't know if he's in chat. Rivendell Coins. I don't know if you're in chat or not, and but I tell you what, we got. You're actually looking at one of the things that was sent by Rivendell, and I'm disappeared. Anyway, gang. So I received a package from Rivendell, and I tell you what, gang, you may want to screenshot some of this stuff because it will be important for the upcoming live stream, next Tuesday's live stream. We are having a special live stream that you just not only want to be a part of, but also participate. And we'll talk more about that later. So when I basically tell you to screenshot some stuff, go ahead and screenshot it. If it doesn't come out on your phone, do send me an email, and I will send you a copy of what you're about to see. But anyway, gang, so I got this package from Rivendell Coins, and I don't know what we did, or I did, but it may be a new thing where we try and stump the other one with a coin or a particular thing regarding numismatics. And real quick, one thing that I am presently stumped on is when the United States Mint switched from using wooden casks to using bags for shipment of coins. I've been trying to research that, and I cannot find or pinpoint a particular date of when they switched from using the wooden casks to the bags. Now, Ken Peavy, he did give me a good research lead. He said he would imagine it was sometime after the cotton boom, which would be basically speculating the 1830s or the 1840s. But anyway, gang, I tell you what. But anyway, back to Rivendell and this package. Why, you're looking at one of the new coins there in the coin cam. The 1907 half cent. That is a half cent Balboa. Yeah, gang. And I tell you, Rivendell left me a little note on it. It says, random historical note. Rumor was that Vasco Nunez de Balboa had a lesser-known conquistador cousin named Pee-wee Balboa, and Panama minted a coin to commemorate him. One such coin is enclosed for your Balboa collection. Enjoy! And I tell you what, I most definitely will. This here is the Mini-Me Balboa. And again, this is a half cent. And wow, is it small. And we'll go ahead and flip that over. And so you got that on one side and that on the other. Anyway, gang, I'm right about to show you another coin in the coin cam. Now, I would appreciate if you guys would not discuss this coin. But like I said, next week's show, we're going to see a lot about this coin. And it will be featured primarily in next Tuesday's live stream. Now, it's just not about this coin. There is other objectives that we will be going on to achieve. But here's just a sneak peek at it. And what you're looking at, possibly, is an 1808 4 reals. But anyway, gang, like I said, I would appreciate if you guys wouldn't discuss it in chat, but you will need this for next week's live stream. And next week's live stream is going to, like I said, it's going to be a special stream. We're going to break our typical format and do something a little bit different. And I tell you what, gang, if you want to see a little part 2, let's see. I'm also going to show you this. Now I'm going to get rid of the 4 real, and just for something there, I'm going to stick the mini me Balboa, and I'm going to show you I'm going to show you this. You ready? Here we go. Might want a screenshot. You ready? Yeah, gang, that there is a letter written in cipher. So go ahead, give that a screenshot. If you guys can't make it out or can't see it, or if your screenshot won't let you make out the detail or whatnot, do get a hold of me by email. I'll send you a copy via email. And yeah, gang, you will need this for next Tuesday's live stream. So yeah, gang, do check it out. Do try and figure it out, and we'll have some fun with it. This upcoming live stream, this upcoming Tuesday, same time, 7 o'clock. So anyway, gang, I tell you what, great time ahead. Like I said, that's going to be a special live stream this upcoming Tuesday. Anyway, gang, so anyway, thank you so much, Riv. I greatly appreciate it, like you don't know. And now the ball is in my court. Now, this is my turn. And don't worry, Riv, I will get you back. I've already started. And basically, if you guys want a hint at the key, Rivendell's letter going back to him, why he's going to need a sailor, a Frenchman, and an Italian mason in order to figure out the key to solving the cipher of his letter. Anyway, gang, so hopefully he too will share that likewise. Anyway, gang, also too, outgoing. I already mentioned Kane. He's got one outgoing. Part-time detector has a package going out this week. Amy, I do believe you are going live tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. I think if you are still in chat, do please confirm that. And I'm pretty sure. Anyway, gang, we're going to try and catch up on chat. Flash, sorry, I need to get ready for the show and start my pre-show with my co-host. Absolutely, Flash. We'll probably try and catch you over there. Hey, let's see, what else we got going on? Yeah, y'all trying to make me think. Thinking's good for you, I tell you. And see who else we got. Hey, Metal Detecting Yorkshire, how are you? And all right, have a great night, Ben. Oh, there's Hoosier. Oh my God, why did you do that to me? Now I'll be working on that letter till I tell you. You know how sometimes compulsive I can be. I carried that sucker around with me the first half an hour after I got home. And well, there's more about that next Tuesday. Do tune in. But now it's shared with you guys. I've already solved it. And but now it's up to you guys. You guys also have a crack at it. So much for sleeping tonight. MA1124, how are you? Oh, hopefully you've caught up with your rest, man. Coins for Amateurs, hey, how are you? And Sandy, is there an exam at the end? Yes, do please have your number 2 pencil handy, ready, and yeah, and sharpened. That looks too smart for me, says North Jersey Detector. Nonsense! It is not. And it's actually some great history behind ciphers and whatnot. And again, we'll be talking more about that next Tuesday. Don't want to miss. Especially if you ever had questions regarding the Enigma machine. Maybe I shouldn't give out too much. We'll just say next Tuesday, special show. Anyway, gang, I tell you, also, too, the rain has forced my hand to spend some time doing research. Yeah, gang, that's right, research. Of course, I like doing research. And anyway, spent time doing research in regards to a Civil War sword. And basically, we are trying to establish some provenance, and here you guys are looking at it right now. But anyway, this research is wonderful as it provides some insight to a bayman's life who was basically drafted into the Civil War. So, how did a private who died while in service wind up with a sword? Is it indeed a Civil War era sword? And could the family folklore regarding this artifact have morphed through the years as to whose sword this is? And all of these kind of questions are we're really going to try and establish. And just real quick, I know I'll probably mention it again later on. If provenance is established for this sword will be given a home in a museum. So, yeah, gang, that's the whole general idea. Anyway, some people in this history of this sword are as follows. There's Gilbert Tice, who was in the 3rd Cavalry New Jersey Volunteers, Company G, and he was discharged from service due to disability. Also, another character in this story is Daniel Heaton, private in the 3rd Cavalry New Jersey Volunteers, Company H. Now, Daniel Heaton, he died of typhoid fever at Cumberland, Maryland, April the 30th, 1865, in a general U.S. hospital. And he is buried at the National Cemetery in Antietam in Sharpsburg, Maryland. Now, also, too, another character who we kind of really focused on too much is Alson Heaton. Now, Alson is spelled A-U-L-S-O-N. I tell you what, that is a unique name all by itself. But anyway, Alson Heaton, he was drafted April the 7th, 1865, Company E, 12th Regiment. Now, he died of chronic diarrhea. Yeah, gang, that's right, chronic diarrhea on July 13th, 1865, in a camp hospital. Basically, it was the 2nd Divisional Provisional Hospital near Alexandria, Virginia. Yeah, right close to Washington, D.C. And his commander was Captain Daniel Dare. Now, when Alson Heaton got drafted into the Civil War, he was quite ancient in comparison to the other soldiers. He was 37 years old. And basically, your average age for a soldier during the Civil War was 24. So he was an old guy. But anyway, those are just touching on some of the characters and regarding this sword. And there's so much more that we can go into and whatnot, but you'll be seeing more of this as we do further research to answer a good many of the questions regarding the sword as far as authenticity and whether or not the family folklore of this sword being given to the family members of one of those people is actually true. So anyway, now at first glance at these characters, who would most logically have a sword? And unfortunately, it's not Alson, but rather Daniel in the cavalry. Now, the relationship between the two, Daniel and Alson, I am speculating to be either brothers or cousins. But this has not yet been established or confirmed. Still kind of working on it. Now, my research into Daniel has been somewhat waylaid by the dramatic story that has developed with Alson, and I tell you what, there are some valuable resources that have been discovered involving him, such as letters from him from the 2nd Division Hospital camp outside of Washington, D.C., to his wife. And I tell you, some of those letters are heart-wrenching, and you just get to see the drama unfold. You know, him being a severely ill father, husband, writing home from a hospital camp, etc. And eventually, he can no longer write. And a man by the name of Andrew H. Tomlin starts to write for Alson. And then even on the behalf of Olson, because he becomes too sick. He can no longer write. And there's also a letter for where Mr. Tomlin pleads with Mrs. Heaton to come to Washington, D.C. before it's too late. And a few days later, Mrs. Heaton receives another letter from Mr. Tomlin and basically would say that, it was too late and that he died. But the drama furthers as Mrs. Heaton struggles through the red tape associated with trying to collect her deceased husband's military pension, mainly to help care for the 4, yes, gang, that's right, 4 children that were left fatherless. Affidavits and court appearances are recorded, and the word that is used most often in the court records is destitute. Yes, gang, that's right. The main breadwinner, the father, who's now died, has left a widow and 4 fatherless children. Times had to have been tough. Oh my goodness. But anyway, gang, I am supposed to be following the trail of this sword. I tell you, I should be immediately stopping cold after I establish the doubt of passage. And after getting more, I tell you, I should be on the trail of Daniel and the sword. But anyway, gang, I just have this lurking in the back of my mind. What about Mrs. Heaton and the kids? And what was their history? And I tell you, I've gotten so much of their history, it just seems like it's incomplete. It seems like I have to finish that before I jump back onto the sword. I don't know. It's just that I want to. I know it sounds weird. All these people are now long dead, but it's like I have to see what eventually became of the kids and Mrs. Heaton. One thing I do know, Mrs. Heaton did eventually remarry, but I really want to know about the kids. Were they okay? Did little Sally, the little girl whose father seems to have doted on her in the letters, inside the letters, Olson would say stuff like, "Be sure and give little Sally a kiss," and etc. Did she come out of this tragedy okay? And what about the other kids? But I tell you what, should I abandon the research into this history over a mere relic? Even though now the Austin Heaton and Mary Heaton is not the target of this research, I just feel compelled to, like I say, find out what happened. But anyway, gang, I tell you, hopefully the research between Daniel and Austin will basically parallel one another. And I don't know, maybe the research will benefit both purposes. Anyway, gang, this is the point where we will say to be continued until there is more research to be had. But anyway, gang, by the way, while I'm thinking of it, this sword comes from an estate. And again, with proper provenance, hopefully it will be housed in a museum. Now, one thing I have come across in this estate is a large number of family photographs from the 1860s through the early 1900s. Now, there's no names on any of them. And I say this, gang, do your heirs a favor and write on the backs of old photographs who your relations are. Their names, places, events, whatever you got. Your generations after you will be most grateful. Because I tell you what, gang, it's sad to see so many historic photographs of family members, and there's just no telling who these people are. And unfortunately, the folks who could tell us who these people are no longer alive. Anyway, well, let's see. We're going to try and catch up with chat. And
project says right on the backs of digital photographs.
Hey, if you print them out, absolutely. My mom recently found a box of letters that I sent home when I was in the Army. Coincidence? No, never believe in coincidences. Hey, Riv, how are you? Oh, your ears must have been burning. We're busy talking about you earlier. Did he come in after?
Yeah.
Oh, Riv, you're going to have to go back and see how we're next Tuesday. It will be a special live stream in regards to your mail call. Get everybody into the act and keep everybody up at night with that cipher. Anyway, gang, let's take a sip of water here and. How's Charlie's mobile desk coming along? It's coming. It's just, actually, I haven't worked on it yet.
I just said he's working on it. Your desk is mobile. Just unplug it.
Yeah, I can actually move it around. Anyway, gang. And, of course, true to form, we've got a treasure story tonight. And I hope, yes, there it is. And go body slam that like button, please. And, hey, Miss Beth, how are you? Anyway, gang, tonight's treasure story is originally from the New York Post, and the title of it is Gallery's Owner's $15,000 Gamble on Storage Locker Pays Off Big Time. And we're going to actually go ahead and pop up some pictures here. You've got this guy by the name of de Kooning, and he's an artist, a painter, and here's a couple of examples of his paintings. Anyway, gang, here we go. It was the offer of a lifetime he almost refused. A Chelsea art gallery owner hit the jackpot when he took a $15,000 gamble of a storage locker and discovered that its contents held a half-dozen paintings believed to be by famed artist William de Kooning that could fetch tens of millions of dollars. That's right, gang. That guy and those type of paintings. Dave Killen, the owner of an eponymous gallery on 25th Street, didn't exactly jump at the chance to buy a storage unit's worth of abandoned paintings. After all, one high-profile auction house that he wouldn't name had already turned its nose up at the purchase. So Killen, 59, figured, how could it be? And even when he took a peek, he wasn't impressed. What they showed me is a bunch of junk, basically, Killen told the Post. I didn't see anything good. Still, he plunked down $15,000 last year for the 200 works of art, figuring he could eventually sell them at his bi-monthly auctions. But when he started to load the paintings from the Hohokus, New Jersey locker in his truck, he was blown away. I see these huge boxes that say de Kooning on them, he said. What are the odds of finding a de Kooning in a storage unit? It's unheard of. Killen ended up finding 6 total paintings that he's confident are by the abstract expressionist, along with a nice bonus, a painting he believes to be by Swiss-born modernist Paul Klee. De Kooning paintings can bring anywhere from $30,000 to tens of millions of dollars, Killen said. Yeah, gang, that's right, tens of millions of dollars. The artist's untitled 25XX5V fetched a staggering $66.3 million. Yeah, gang, $66.3 million at a 2016 auction. And a Klee sold for a $6.8 million in 2011. The paintings were once housed in the Manhattan studio of Orrin Riley, an art conservator who started the conservation department at the Guggenheim Museum and later ran his own restoration business, where he restored several de Koonings. After Riley's death in 1986, his partner, Suzanne Schnitzer, took over the business. Schnitzer was killed by a garbage truck that's not funny, as she crossed a midtown street in 2009. The executors of her estate, friends from New Jersey, were in charge of disposing of the art left behind. They scrambled to contact as many of the painting's owners as they could find, but were still left with hundreds of works, Killen said. Not knowing what they had, they thought they merely had de Kooning prints. And burdened by a monthly storage fee, they decided to get what they could for the contents of the locker and called auction houses looking for buyers. At first, Killen wasn't sure he had the genuine article. The de Koonings are not signed, but Killen contacted an expert who had worked for both Riley as a studio assistant for de Kooning. Lawrence Castagna, an art restoration expert based in East Hampton, confirmed the works were by the master. In my opinion, they are Castagna declared, I guess. There's no doubt about it. Castagna said he believed de Kooning painted them in the 1970s in his East Hampton studio. They weren't that big a deal, and then in the 1970s, Killen shrugged. The William D. Kooning Foundation in Manhattan does not authenticate works by the artist. And de Kooning, he died in 1997, by the way. And also, too, the New York Post reports that their call to the foundation was not returned. Anyway, back to Killen, who has been trolling flea markets for treasures since he was a child, will unveil the painting at a party at his gallery, then put the full setup for sale beginning in the fall. Life is full of extraordinary discoveries. I've paid my dues. I'm ready for membership in the $1 Million Club, he said. And yeah, gang, I tell you what, treasure, treasure, treasure. It's out there. You've just got to find it. And I tell you what, gang, back during my house clean out days, years and years ago, when I was a much younger guy, I used to do storage unit auctions. And this was way before the TV shows and the unrealistic hype. There are most definitely treasures to be had going to those sales, but there's lots of other things to consider too, like the junk. Not only do you roll the dice at possible treasures inside the unit, but you also become the proud owner of all the trash in that unit. And the disposal actually becomes your headache. And anyway, gang, so you always want to kind of be sure that you're going to find enough treasure that the headache becomes worth enduring. But anyway, that's your treasure tip too. Perhaps more of this in the Afterglow. And yeah, gang, that's right, there will be an Afterglow tonight. So if you would like to stick around, chit-chat, banter, hang around after the show, there will be a 10-minute intermission. That's right, intermission. Grab some coffee, grab a snack, and come back. And we'll see what kind of craziness we can get into. And also, too, gang, today, if you guys are not familiar, is 9/11. And it was one of those points in history that will always remain with us, those of us who lived through it. Let's see, if you're 7 years old, you're not going to remember it. But those of us who were here, it's going to be one of those times and places in history that later in life, people will ask you, where were you when, and etc. And I do recall already saying on Facebook and on Twitter and etc., where people have actually been making those kind of comments. They will say, you know, hey, when that was going on, why I was here and whatnot. We actually had also too that conversation at work. At work, we were talking, and some of us old heads who've been there for a while, they were like, where were you when? Well, we were at work. And anyway, gang. So yes, indeed, I think it is only fitting and proper to remember not only those who were victims of that tragedy, but also to the emergency personnel, the families, and etc., who were closely connected to that tragedy. So yes, gang, that's right. We are going to take a few moments. Reiser can be silent. And we'll have a moment of silence for those folks for the 9/11 tragedy. Ready? Here we go. All right, gang. Well, there will be more of those events. I know not that same kind or anything, but tragedies do happen. They do occur, and they do become an important part of history. And there will always be those memories and the history to be recorded and the emotional experience of those people involved, which makes its history more in depth. Anyway, gang, back to the show. This is what we got. Rosie, we got to wake up Rosie. We are going to wake her up, and we're going to give away some treasure. And again, gang, we've got a copy of the Rare Coin Market Report. Also to a 2018 D sent in a little packet right there. And there's also a blank right next to it. And also, too, of course, we have a pack of Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. Yeah, gang, that's right. Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. It goes where you go or whenever you go. Anyway, and let's see. We also got what? Oh, my goodness. I think that's it. We got the toilet paper, we've got the scent, and we've got the magazine. Not quite a spectacular, but it's close. And I tell you what, with the toilet paper, it becomes most invaluable. So anyway, let's go over and wake Rosie up, and we'll put her to work, and hopefully she won't be too cranky. You know how she gets. You just don't want to. Oh, I tell you. The screen is blank. Well, that can't be good. Oh, okay, there we go. Anyway, gang, yeah, you do want to be sure you get something in chat so Rosie knows that you guys are around. And I tell you what, now's not the time to be a lurker because, again, you got to have something in chat so Rosie knows that you guys are around. See, there's that one lurker. I knew that she would pop up. Oh, my goodness.
That's right, Amanda's here.
Yeah, I tell you. She, oh, my goodness. I called her out. She had the nerve tongue about somebody else being a lurker. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, CCH, I'm glad to see you. Anyway, there's the right channel, Joshua Wright. How are you? And, anyway, gang, I tell you, we are going to go ahead and do our countdown. And Rosie will go ahead and select one of you for the winner. All three things. All right, gang, ready? Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bang. Hey, congratulations to Fire Cajun. Congrats. You won tonight's giveaway. Be sure and email me your information and we'll get that stuff right out to you. Congrats again. Now we know who's been slipping Rosie those cans of high mileage 530W. Oh my goodness, it was Fire Cajun. Anyway, gang, do not forget. Oh, we should switch back. We'll switch back. do not forget, Emmy Lyman 24 live at 8 o'clock tomorrow for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Do not miss it. And also, too, gang, we've got, it is gone. My board is gone. It's missing. Oh, here it is. Oh, it's on the other side of the room. We've got Liz off the cuff Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Manta Coins at Saturday at 5:30 p.m. All these times are Eastern Standard Time. Coffee with Liz at Sunday at 10 a.m. Always a good time. And then Ken P before the big show, Sunday at 9:30 p.m. So anyway, gang, do be sure to catch all of those wonderful shows. You will not be disappointed. And there's always some things going on. And Coin and Card Hobbyist, am I a good lurker?
Magic says don't forget game night.
Don't forget game night. Yeah, gang. That'll be also too tomorrow night. We'll have to be popping back and forth. Ah, multitasking. You got a phone. If you got a computer, you can actually manage both. And anyway, gang, I'm trying to catch up with chat here real quick. And I guess Rosie doesn't like Neil Diamond. Who doesn't like Neil Diamond? Rosie, my vacuum wants a divorce. Oh, goodness. But you make me sing like a guitar strum. Oh, my goodness.
What did Rosie say to the metal detector? Don't take that tone with me.
Was that Yorkshire?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I can call that now. Anyway, gang, I tell you what, some great stuff coming up. And also, too, do not forget Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream special. That's right, gang, special this upcoming Tuesday, where we'll be deciphering that letter. And again, gang, if you need a copy of that letter, do send me an email, and I'll send you a photograph. And don't forget, too, that coin that we had underneath the coin cam, that, too, will become important. Like, again, I tell you, special episode next Tuesday. Don't want to miss it. Anyway, gang, for those who are staying for the Afterglow, we will see you in a few minutes. For those of you who are going to skip on out, we will see you back right here next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same place, same time. See you then. And yeah, gang, for the Afterglow, we will see you guys in 10 minutes. Right back here. Don't have to go nowhere. Just stay right there. Well, don't stay right there. Go up, get a snack, go to the bathroom, come back. You know, yeah. Anyway, gang, be right back. All right, gang, we are back, and thanks for everybody who are going to be hanging around for the afterglow. And by the way, if anybody wants a little bit more information that I didn't include, I was running really over as far as all my notes and everything for tonight's show. That's why if I seemed a little hurried, I do apologize. I was trying to get a whole lot more stuff in than I normally do, because I really wasn't planning to do anything on the sword, but it kind of was the catalyst of getting into the Alston Heaton's family story. And I tell you what, it is quite heart-wrenching. 37 years old and wind up getting drafted into the war. He probably never saw that coming. He was probably more shocked than anything. And other kind of quick footnote, why the payment from the government after Mrs. Heaton was finally able to, after all the affidavits, after all the court appearances, and etc., after Mrs. Heaton was eventually able to get her husband's pension from being in the Civil War, she was receiving a total of $8 a month for the care of the children. And that did eventually end in 1879. And but again, like I said, I do know that she did eventually remarry in 1866, and I do not know if that was out of necessity, we'll say, because again, in the court papers, why again they say over and over again about how she was destitute, and a lot of the important things that, at least to him, that Alston Heaton would say to his wife. He kept reiterating to Mary about taking care of the garden. That was almost in every letter. Almost in every letter, too, he would say something about Sally. The kid's name was actually Sarah, but he nicknamed, Sally. And he always would tell, be sure and give Sally a kiss for me, and that type of thing. And not so much about the other kids, but it seems like Sally was the one that he doted on. And also, too, Alston and Mary. They were married on 7/26/1851. And Mary was 15 years old at the time. But anyway, gang, there will be more of that later, much, much later. And like I say, it's kind of distracting. So I was not planning to go any further with anyone's history that didn't involve the sword. But it seems like now I've got to find out what happened to the rest of these people. Were they okay? Did they survive? And etc. But anyway, Mike, we can hear Drew from here. Like, that doesn't surprise me. Why? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Drew. And hey, Hoogie, how are you? Hey, y'all, Risers. Sorry I'm late. Been hurricane prepping. Oh, Hoogie, do be safe. Got my bacon, though. Well, yeah, okay. And, hey, Detecting Ford Light, how are you? Anyway, Riv, if you're still here, oh boy, have you got a letter coming back to you. I do not know if you were on, where you jumped in at, I don't know. And, I tell you what, the key for you, for the letter that will be eventually coming to you, okay, is you need, let me see if I can think of it again. You need a sailor, a Frenchman, and an Italian mason in order just to get the key. So anyway, and that's not even counting, like actually deciphering the letter. And then part 2 of the puzzle will actually be a numismatic problem to see if you can solve. But yeah, gang, I tell you, it will be a grand time. And likewise, I do hope you also will share the letter And it should be a good time. We'll keep people up at night. And I know somebody on here says, "Oh, I solved it already, Jordan," and but that's okay because we're only going to get tougher from here on out. That was probably a test by Riv. We'll see if we can get this. And well, you'll hear more about that on next Tuesday's stream. Actually, we got a special episode of the stream next Tuesday, all about the letter, all about the coin, and yeah, I won't reveal too much because I don't want to give any kind of spoilers, but it should be a good time. A sailor, Frenchman, and an Italian mason walk into a bar. That'd be an odd bar. It'd have to be like in a port town. They said, "Ouch!" It was a metal bar. But anyway, I tell you what. Also, too, real quick, if you guys want to see probably my... Oh, I don't have my coin cam up. But anyway, Riv, again, you probably will hear it again if you go back and review. But thank you again. Thank you so much. I tell you. But anyway, hey, Dipper Dudes, you're back. And bartender said, "Why the long face?" No, wait, that's a different joke. If I remember right, that had something to do with a horse. But oh, I had a grand time with it. I can't tell you. And then after I spent a great deal of time that I didn't have on it because I'm compulsive that way, I didn't get what I was supposed to get done last night, and which was okay. We'll put it this way: the cipher was the easy part. Actually, reasoning out the coin was not the easy part, and but we'll get into all of that next Tuesday. Sent you mail, Charlie K. Watt, Mike. I sent yours to Ricky and to Liz and Michael. Sent you mail. Oh, I got you a drum. Thank you. And good to be back, sir. Great stream. Well, thank you, Dipper. You're always welcome. And I tell you, weather here tonight is unstable. We're back to being humid again. The temperature is actually still tolerable. I don't know. We may break down and turn the air conditioner back on tonight. And have a great night, Jersey History Hunters. We'll catch you around on the tube. And I tell you what, this past weekend when we did get out on Saturday, I was almost regretting not having a long sleeve shirt. A nun, an evangel preacher, and a rabbi walked into a bar. The bartender looked at them and said, "What's this? Some kind of a joke?" Oh, I tell you, that's an old joke. Great joke, though. Oh my goodness, Mike, we've got another lot to go through. Holy cow.
I actually think he said there's two more.
There's two more. And I wasn't planning on buying the mug. It just happened. The Wells family is planning a trip to Gettysburg and Niagara Falls next summer. Can't wait. Oh, I tell you, you'll have a grand old time at Gettysburg. The new museum they have there is actually very, very well done. And they have more stuff out on display. The old museum, they actually didn't have enough room for all the artifacts and etc. So most of it had to stay in storage. But now with the bigger facility, you get to see a whole lot more.
One lot is Ken Peavy, and the other one's Garnet Carmichael.
Oh, great. I think I did see Garnet's got, what, a large set? What's the lot for Ken? What did he do? Then who will win my 4 prizes for the 1,000 sub giveaway? This Miss Beth. Miss Beth will win. No, I don't know. Miss Beth wins everything, though. No, I'm kidding. It is. I haven't been there for many years. Sounds awesome. You know what? Wells of history. One thing. I don't know how long you guys plan to be there, but one thing that is well worth the money, they have these CDs you can pop in your car and do the auto tour. They are actually quite well done. It's just not some guy narrating. They have sound effects. They have all kinds of good jazz. Well worth the money. I think they're about $30 or so. They come on like 6 CDs. You can do it in a day. And what we did just the CD tour, the driving tour, and then after we did the driving tour, we went back and redid everything again and stopped and took time and whatnot. Actually, I think we played it twice. We did once just the experience, the CD, and then the tour. And then the next time that we drove around, we actually stopped and played the CD as we went.
It was definitely a great time.
Yeah.
I want to go back.
Well worth the money. Hey, all right. Well, congratulations, Fire Cajun.
Mike says 2 brand new nickels from Ken TV, 1995S and a 1980S.
Oh, all right, great. Think I'll do it. If our new car has a CD player, yeah, they're slowly phasing them out. I wonder if they have anything like on iTunes or anything that you can download or something. That was my idea a long time ago, to do like a mobile YouTube tour of a spot. I never really got into really how to do that. And if you're doing a driving tour, that's actually quite, how to put it, some legal issues with it. And because, yeah, you don't want to be distracting somebody as they should be driving a car instead of paying attention to a video. But MA1124, what was the final total for the auction, or will you announce that tomorrow night? My wife wants to go back to San Antonio. She really likes the Riverwalk and the Alamo stuff. Oh, that's great, Iowa. Huh?
I'd love to do that.
Yeah, me too.
Wells said, was going to say maybe I can find something to connect via Bluetooth.
And Mike says, we'll tell tomorrow, but over 2,000. Yeah, oops, sorry. I said that earlier. I didn't get an exact amount. I just said over. Don't forget the tour of the basement of the Alamo. There's a bicycle I hear down there. Tim Holmes, how are you? I think you snuck past me somewhere. My wife said take a long walk off a short beard.
Ex-wife.
Oh, did I say not say ex?
You did not say
Oh,
ex.
I'm sorry, ex-wife. Wish my wife would go to San Antonio, not come. That's not nice, Yorkshire. Oh my goodness. I want to go to the Redwood Forest. Guess another lifetime. I've never been to see the Red. Wait a minute. I've been to Muir Woods, just north of San Francisco. I don't know if you consider them to be the Redwoods or not. Oh, first we have to go to Tennessee to see my mom who has Alzheimer's. We haven't seen her in 10 years. Yeah, you gotta go see mom. What Jacob says, laughing my butt off. My ex said a lot more than that. Oh my goodness. Mike says, I did not add the swears. Okay, that's good. That's good. there's a great little art shop across from the Alamo. You know, it's kind of strange. You know, we have these places in history, and really our brains, because we see them today, we cannot really. It's tough to get the conceptual vision of some of these buildings and places that we see nowadays. When the Alamo was in the middle of nowhere. Now it's San Antonio. It's all built up around it. I'm going to Wareham Forest in 2 weeks in a log cabin. Oh my god! In Dorset along the Jurassic coast in the UK. Jurassic dinosaurs. Wasn't Alamo the favorite beer of Hank Hill and friends? I don't know. Never seen it.
He may see Clad's relatives.
Clad. Hey, Mrs. Green Thumb, how are you? Glad to see you stop by. This is the afterglow portion of the live stream. Our main segment is already done, and this is where we just kind of hang out, banter, chit chat. So yeah, jump on in. Where should I start? And I missed it. Where should I start them nickels at? Are you selling? I imagine you're going to sell them both together. Off the top of my head, Mike, I don't know, but I can find out. I'll shoot you a message.
Miss Green Thumb says, so what is that creature?
This creature here, this is Clad. Clad the dinosaur. Kind of funny story about Clad. Our grandkid left one of his toys on Pop-Pop's desk. And since he left his toy on Pop-Pop's desk and I was doing the live stream, why, Clad just kind of came into his own little personality. And Clad now has got a tie and now he's got glasses, and Clad is now part of the live stream. Now, coincidentally, grandson has not, since he lost this toy to Pop-Pop, grandson has not left another toy on Pop-Pop's desk since. So, I tell you what. Don't leave anything on Reiser's desk or it becomes his.
Miss Green Thumb says, I see the Jetson part.
Does the dinosaur taste like bacon?
I don't know. You could lick it and find out.
Do dinosaurs taste like chicken? I mean, Jurassic Park is frightening in the dark. All the dinosaurs are growing wild, so take a flashlight.
Anyway, Miss Green Thumb, the Rosie thing is actually our bot for our giveaways, and it's just a joke.
Hey, Rich Magoo, how are you? Yeah, I don't know exactly how Rosie started, but one of the streams I started monkeying around with the bot, and the bot seemed like it was having issues, and so I decided to give the bot a name, and Rosie was the first thing that came to mind, and it stuck. So, yeah. Will they clone the woolly? I think the scientists will clone anything they can get away with cloning, to be honest.
Miss Green Thumb, I'm here every week right next to Charlie. You might not always see my face, but I'm here.
She's with us in spirit. No.
Yes, I'm just a spirit. Woo.
And this Rosie was given to me by SJ's Mixed Adventures. And I think it's phenomenal. And that's actually when we do live streams out in public at museums or on location. Why we're actually going to take this Rosie along so we still have some sort of Rosie type thing with us. And I am working on actually doing one of those streams October. I don't know when in October, but October-ish. October-ish will be out somewhere live.
Hi, Miss Green Thumb. I do pop on the camera once in a while.
Do she and Clad have a thing? I hope not. Could you imagine the babies? Half dinosaur, half robot? That'd be some kind of confusing. The kids at school would make fun of them. They'd point.
Okay.
I ask every stream when we will
Hush,
we have.
I'm going to get to that one. Miss Green Thumb, thank you. Hi, Mike, even though I said hi to you a long time ago. And Rivendell, I'm slowly working on Ghost Talk videos. I got a lot of stuff going on right now, but we're going to get a Ghost Talk video up soon.
Oh, I'm sorry, Garnet. I missed that. I thought you were collecting Pioneer type detectors. I still am. I'm not really making an effort. If I happen to come across one, I'll pick it up. Or if I happen to have one thrown my way, of course I take it. But I don't really make it like a goal or anything. If they happen to come my way, I take them. Okay. I think Ghost Talk needs a live stream, really.
I think that's the first time I've seen Sandy. Now I can put a face to the mysterious voice.
I used to just keep her locked in the closet.
I actually got locked in the bedroom when he first started this. But no, I really do exist. See, I'm a person. I just don't like being on camera very much.
Not so much locked in the bedroom. It was just like we didn't really know what we were doing at first. That's with anything.
Yeah. You
just got to get out there and do it. You have something. Barb Connell with Dirt Pirates Detecting. Howdy. How are you? Welcome to the Afterglow. This is the kind of the show, the after show. And we've already done the show. This is where we kind of just hang out, banter, chew the fat, and talk about really anything. Drum, do you have a Coin Master? Yes, sir, I do. Actually, I almost said I had several, but I don't. I have one, or did have one. I started out with a Coin Master. That was my first machine when they were big, blue, heavy old things. And I tell you, Coin Master was a great, great machine. Oh, Miss Beth says, you're a refreshing change from Charlie. See, I agree.
Thank you, Miss Beth.
And Rib says, you are very photogenic, Sandy. Get on camera more often. But anyway, Drum, yeah, I tell you what, the old coin stars were
Now see,
nice.
Miss Hoogie is camera shy too, so I don't feel so bad.
Charlie, have you done any videos down by the Franklin Mint or in the Franklin Mint? No, not as of yet, but that was an idea. I was kicking around a little bit. But I have to find out first if the Mint will allow me to live stream inside. They got this whole security thing going on. I don't know. Might think they make money or something. But anyway. Was that 16D battery? The batteries was the heaviest part of that machine. When that machine was battery less, well, it was probably barely a pound. Rhino Tough Gaming, how are you? It required a plethora of battery.
Trust me, Clausy, no other detectorist will sweep me off my feet. Charlie has my heart.
I have been lurking and solving mysteries. That at Rivendell Coins is a heck of a guy. I tell you, I laughed when I opened up that letter. Well, I first saw the smaller coin envelope, And then when I saw the letter, I laughed and laughed and laughed, and then went to it. Oh, yeah.
Have a good night, Lenny.
My boombox. Oh, my goodness, a boombox. I haven't heard that for years. So 20D batteries. Holy cow.
That thing weighed 10 tons or what?
All right, Lenny, have a good night. We'll catch you around on the tube. KY says she don't like cameras.
And thank you, everybody, for the compliment.
And I tell you what, you got it, North Jersey, LOL. Like he said, that is going to be the easy part. I tell you, wait until you see the letter that we'll be sending back to Rivendell.
Melly Man said, could not pick it up with batteries in it.
Hoosier, don't cheat. Oh my goodness. Anyway, and again, in order to only merely get the key, you'll need a sailor, a Frenchman, and an Italian mason. I'm trying to remember if that's right. An Italian mason. Boombox. That's why I'm deaf in the left ear. Oh my goodness. I still have my 3-speaker Magnavox.
Wow. Hi, Rhino.
20 times 1.5 volts could start your car.
I subbed you on somebody else's stream, Ian.
Can't wait for a girl to find the key to my heart. Charlie, what's the question again? Which question? There's lots of questions. Why is the sky blue? Who shot Kennedy? Huh?
What's the meaning of life?
What's the meaning of life? Who killed JR? No, I think they solved that one. I tell you, what was that? Sunday nights? I can remember my grandparents. They would, I'll be a little fair. I won't be as easy, but I'll still be a little fair. I'll even let you use the internet. I got thinking about that when I started doing the letter back riv. I thought, you know what? In today's society, we can make these extremely tough because we have all these utilities for solving puzzles on the internet. So, did I just see? Yes, I did just see that. Can I write you a personal ad for the paper, Mike? Do they still have personal ads in the newspaper? Detectorista.
Quasi-Mobile says, they say there's someone for everyone, Mike. In my case, she is already institutionalized somewhere. I just have to find out where. Charlie found me in an institution.
Oh, I did not.
Hoosier says, first girl that shows up with a pound of cooked bacon at your door is a keeper.
Wells of History. I like all live streams, but Charlie, you and Liz hit the top of my... Well, thank you, Wells. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. First girl that shows up with a pound of bacon.
Welcome back, Amy.
I am back! Wait a minute. Is it Amy or is it Drewby?
I'm going to say it's probably Amy.
Amster.
Yorkshire's asking for the hints again, the Italian Mason.
Oh, the hints. The hints
yeah.
are. I mean, they'll be freely shared on next Tuesday, as well as they'll be part of the key for
Have a good
deciphered.
night, Miss Green Thumb. It was nice chatting with you.
Have a great night, Miss Green Thumb. And, oh my goodness, a sailor, a Frenchman, and an Italian mason. Riv, if it's okay with you, maybe we could try to do this once a month, or have one going back and forth. And I'm actually going to reveal the actual answer to your video. And as always, there's one guy a stonemason, there's one guy who commented on your video, who comes out of the woodwork and does a great job commenting on that video. And he was actually probably the closest one of being right. Now, I'll reveal who that was next Tuesday. But every now and again, he's probably watching. He's a lurker. And I tell you what, I always get impressed every now and again. Every now and again, he'll comment on something or send me a note or send me a message and or get a hold of my attention somehow, and he'll blow my mind with something. If I was ever to go, I had to put a team of people together to go treasure hunting and go after something specific, I would. I tell you what, I would want this guy on that team. He thinks outside the box. Sounds great to me, Charlie. Or send the next one to Hoosier. He is chomping at the bit. We could just, we could do a circuit. Have a or something. We'll have to figure that out. We could. Hoosier, are you up to the challenge? Do you want to be involved in this craziness? Because we could do a circuit.
Alright, Yorkshire says, dating ad for Mike. Single male, mid-40s, LOL. Follically challenged. Loves looking in dirty holes. Seeks female that likes holding my carrot.
That's hard. You know, it's like the only time you could actually use the old cliche, likes long walks on beach, that type of thing.
Mike says, challenge accepted. And Hoosier says, I would be happy to.
Oh, Mike says, I want in. You want to be part of it? Oh, my goodness. Reiser's cryptographers. But I tell you what, we should actually increase the difficulty as they go on. And, don't be wrong, I appreciate Riv softballing the first one. That was okay. We'll talk, Charlie. Maybe I'll send one. You send the other.
Mike says, what are we doing?
Oh, my goodness, Mike. Gee whiz. As long as my life doesn't depend on solving it, it does. No. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? That'd make it for a good story. Wait, it would be like Saw. Don't you have to solve the puzzle in order to get out of the whatever or something or another? I don't know.
It'd be like one of the escape rooms.
Yes. In other words, Hoosier, if you don't solve the puzzle, your leg is coming off. Literally. I mean, we're going to solve it off.
If he doesn't solve it, he has to watch Tiny Tornado for a week straight without his wife's help.
I don't know. She seems like Daddy's girl. I don't know. I think he'd be alright with that. But and it's strange because even though I already drafted out the letter, I've actually started one that's based on a pictogram. No words whatsoever. 3 pictures. And you have to decipher the message. Yeah, gang, that's right. The message from 3 photographs.
He says, no! Have a good night, Yorkshire.
Wait, Mike, you want a mail order bride? You know, I was talking to Ken Peavy about that one night. I told Ken he should go for whatever the cuisine that he likes best, whether it's German food or if it's Chinese food. That's where you. Yeah. Anyway, he has to watch Drew for a week. Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
She's a daddy's girl for about 24 hours. Then that's all the expert.
All right, Iowa. Have a great night.
Have a good night, Iowa.
You too, Yorkshire. Have a great night. I'm sorry, I think I missed you going out.
You did.
Well, anyway, I tell you what, Riv. How about this one that I've already got drafted? How about that one goes to you, and then we'll take it from there. Then we'll see how we fare with the next one. Of course, I don't really have a plan if we stump the other guy. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I think yours is going to stump him for a little while. Maybe not long.
I don't think so. Again, like I said, you're going to be able to use the internet. I don't expect anybody to know French. I don't know French. But you know. What did I miss? Amy, I gave away gift certificates to the chicken place. What's the chicken place called? I forgot.
KFC?
No, the other one. Oh, goodness.
Popeyes.
Yeah, no, not Popeyes. The other one.
Crown Chicken?
No, their billboard says eat more beef.
Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A. I gave away 10. That's right, 10 gift certificates to Chick-fil-A. You missed it. Then we had a celebrity call in, and I know French. Oh, great. We'll save you from actually getting a translator.
Oh no. Hi, Harry K. And I think you did say hi, but I don't know if you said hi to Jordan earlier.
Rhino, I'm back.
What?
Now, Rivendell, the only French I know off the top of my head is only the French I've seen in movies. Survey the taxi. That I know. Follow the taxi. Oui. That's an easy one. I know French toast.
I know French fries.
I know French fries. Yes. Croissant. No. Hey, Yankee Stacking, how are you?
Hi, Yankee Stacking.
Welcome to the Afterglow. This is kind of like the after show for the live stream, where we just kind of sit around, chit chat, banter, go back and forth, and who knows what. Wee wee. Hola. That's important. And I think, you know, when I was thinking initially that when we were going to go to the UK, that we would, since we're going to be in Hastings, we'd zip across the channel and go to France. I think I kind of nixed that now.
I don't want to go anywhere where I have to learn a foreign language to ask them where the bathroom's at.
Now you'd be able to figure it out. They got signs.
And I want to be able to order bacon.
Rev, what's bacon in French? N'est-ce pas? Okay. Hey, Fletcher boys, how are you? Welcome to the Afterglow. This is just basically the part of the live stream where we chit chat, banter, back and forth, and yeah.
Hi, Fletcher boys.
Bacon, the international language. That it could be, Mike. Why, don't go to a Muslim country at Sandy. Of course, they don't have bacon.
No. I don't go anywhere where I can't get bacon. Canadian bacon is not real bacon, but it would do, because I like ham too.
It is probably just bacon. That's the wonderful thing about German. Beer. Beer. Mm-hmm. I forget what the proper term is for that. German and English, they are sister languages, but there's actually a better word for that. Love that museum's website, Charlie. Oh, I tell you what, Drum. One bad thing. When I was in there, I don't know how many photographs they have on the website now, because I haven't really been into it for a while. But I was taking picture after picture after picture after picture, looking at all the silver, the gold, the guns, oh my goodness, all this stuff that this guy has amassed over time and time of diving and etc. So I'm taking pictures just like you don't know. You get to the very end of the displays or whatever, and then you see the sign, no photography, please. Oh well, yeah.
If English bacon isn't bacon, Amy, then what is it?
Wait a minute, I think I said during the bacon show, didn't I? Isn't bacon a German word?
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember. Or was it French? French is? Yeah, that's right. Bacon is already French. Frankfurter, that is an important German word. Looks like him. That's not nice, Amy. Who looks like him? Me? I look like him? That's not nice. Shout out to me. Fletcher Boys. There, how's that? That works?
I already stopped you a while ago, Fletcher Boys.
Named after Sir Francis Bacon. Yes, you. Oh, that's not nice. Oh my goodness, Amster, I tell you. Now wait a minute. Now Amster's going on live too tomorrow, 6:30, right? And then Mike will be on at 8. Tell you, old guy's got to write stuff down. By the way, this coin will play an important part for next Tuesday's special live stream. Riv, I don't know if you can make it out. But this coin here is actually probably the key of solving your last video. Or not your last video, the coin video. But again, more on that next week. And someone tell him I just gave him a shout out. Okay, what? Oh, I missed something. Wait a minute. Shout to Thors. Go check him out. 500 sub giveaway. He's having the dandy of a giveaway. I almost bid it on the shovel spoon.
Jordan says, I've got 700 miles to go tomorrow. I'm going to find a documentary on bacon to listen to.
Thanks, Hoogie. I tell you what, that was a decent last minute whatever for a live stream, I tell you. Got 700 miles to go tomorrow. I'm going to find a documentary on bacon to listen to. They're out there.
Hoosier says, I'm going to need close-up pictures of that coin in multiple angles and differing lighting.
Okay? Well, you guys do want to be sure and do go back and check out Rivendell Coin's video of the coin I sent him. I kind of made the joke. I told him I wanted him to grade it. But I don't know what the cover photo is for that video. Mm-hmm. But be sure you go look at it, comment it, subscribe to Rivendell if you haven't done so already. Check out his website. And yeah, I want a Thor shovel. Me too, Drum. Eating cereal or, oh, better yet, ice cream. And I tell you. Where will Liz send the chain set? Oh my goodness. Wow, she posted early this morning. Usually she posts about an hour before I go live. And I tell you, She posted it very early this morning. I still have it on watch later. I haven't seen it. So no spoilers. I still have to watch it. So back to that. Where will Liz send? I don't know. I don't think she said yet. I don't think. That is right. What do you think happened to that coin truck? I know what exactly has happened to that coin. The same thing that happened to the coin I was holding up earlier, which happens to be my favorite half that I found.
Yes, Fletcher boys, Charlie does dig.
Yep, Amy Trout just shows he's not listening to me. Who, me? Was that me?
I was reading things and you were turning around and reading the same comments I read.
Well, if I was busy yakking,
Exactly, you weren't listening to me.
Yeah, but if I'm talking, how can I be listening? Anyway, I tell you what. That next Tuesday will be a great. I think this will be a great series to kind of develop. There will be audience participation, which I think always goes over well. And Riv, I hope you don't mind. I don't know if you expected what was going to become of this, but I tell you what.
No, it's selective hearing drum. He only listens when he wants to.
And certain things. Ice cream I listen to.
Yeah, if it consists of food, he hears everything I say.
Hurricane coming my way. Well, Fletcher boys, do be careful.
Yes, be careful. Mike says, look like you were checking the dino's teeth.
They're pretty good. I can never keep up. I don't know what she's talking about. I missed it again.
Drum, do you need some Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper for that doo-doo?
I tell you what, Kay, that's exactly right. I want a 3-hour video of Rivendell coins talking. I don't care about what. I think Riv should narrate a book. You know, one of those books on CDs type of thing.
Pull in your neck, we're going through a tunnel.
Careful buying them on eBay, Mike. There are a lot of fakes out there.
Have a good night, Garnet. Looks like the dinosaur has bacon on his teeth.
Oh, nonsense, Riv. Hey, Dirt 30 with George. How are you? Oh, Amy says, I can never keep up enough for audience participation. Ah, sure you can. Mike. Well, she's facing the... So, yeah, it's not that.
Mike wants to know what Rosie's doing to Dino. His name is Clad, Mike.
Clad.
Clad.
Let's talk detectos. What you use. Garrett AT Pro is my go-to machine. And I tell you what, I don't see that changing anytime soon. There was some consideration of upgrading to the AT Max, but I really don't think that's going to happen. Wells of History Technetics T2. Dirt30 says, I'd buy any book read by Rivendell, even a Barney book.
I don't know if I'd buy a Barney book, but I could listen to it on tape.
By the way, if you guys are sitting on the fence, in this month's edition of Western Eastern Treasure Magazine, on the back cover Garrett ad, by the way, Hoosier, listen up to this. So if you're on the fence, you're thinking about upgrading to either the Ace 400 or to the AT Pro or AT Max, they are including a Garrett pinpointer. I think the 400 is going with a regular AT pinpointer, and of course the Max is going with the AT Max pinpointer, which is like a step up of the Garrett Carrot, because it has like the audio is in the earphones. Have a great night, Harry. We'll catch you around on the tube.
All right, honey, you got to move Rosie off of there.
Why? She's not facing. She's facing out.
But she is holding the vacuum.
I never did get on this past weekend for doing some testing. Does the Pro come with the Carrot? I don't know the advertisement. I know the advertisement showed the Ace 400 with the regular pinpointer, and they had the AT Max shown. Hoosier, when you do get ready, there's a guy from Texas that I deal with. He does wonderful things with the prices. I mean, does some wonderful things with the prices. And he'd be the guy to call. I am also refurbishing a White's Surf Master PI. Wonderful Quasi. I have to admit, that's a machine I wouldn't mind having. Really. I would not mind having one of those for the marshes. And I tell you what, I would love it in the marshes. I'd love it in the deep mud. I was always looking for one secondhand. I know Liz just got rid of one, I think, earlier this year, secondhand. Does the Parrot come with a cake? No, the Carrot. Not Parrot. I will check with both. Bidding war for my money is always a good thing. I tell you, this guy from Texas, I wish I knew his name off the top of my head, and I don't. Alright, even give him a plug. I've dealt with him twice, three times now. Or, no, 4 times now. And as far as price, he beats anything out there. The Z-Link wireless headphones, I think he was roughly $60 cheaper than the street, the MSRP. Wonderful stuff. And oh yeah, but I have it on good authority that the White's Coinmaster 6000 is a fantastic machine and builds your upper body strength and dislocates your arm though. I mean, I don't know.
I know my Coinmaster does.
But I think I like the Deus better still. That is a light machine, is it not, Fletcher? Oof, I'm back, Rhino says. Well, welcome back again, Rhino. Hey, Amy, how are you? Welcome to the Afterglow. This is kind of like the after show after the regular live stream. And likewise, hope you are having a good day as well. I don't know if I will ever switch from a Garrett. Like, I'm in the same boat. They've got me hooked. Yes, and powerful. Okay.
Flappy says he knows a guy named Vinny who sells some good stuff out of the trunk of his car.
Hey, I tell you what, back in the day when one of the Nintendo machines first came out, that's how I got mine. Do you oh my goodness. Hoosier's going to get me in trouble in this one. Do you pro users run the stock coil? Is there a better coil in your opinion? I'm the odd guy out on this topic. I think the stock coil is the best coil you can run on your machine. Oh, I know. Some people are going, why not use the big coil? Mike, I think you use the big coil. My buddy uses a big coil. I think if you get in tune with your machine, you can. But I think you can do just as good a job as the stock coil as you can the bigger coil. If you're doing a farm field, you are covering more ground, but the big nail, oh my goodness, and that, by the way, that big coil wears out your car. Amy Smith, so I have a question. Is there a trick to not killing your elbow? Amy Smith, one thing that comes to mind when I first saw your question was my metal detecting buddy, MC. He actually has his machine with a shoulder strap, like a shoulder strap that you would use for a weed whacker. And he uses that, and it kind of takes a lot of the weight off. Because when we go for probably 6 or 7 hours at a crack, about anywhere between 3 to 6 miles in a day, and it seems to help. He's an older guy too, not to call him old. He's older than me, and it seems to help him a lot to the point where I'm actually considering doing the same thing myself. Love my big coil, Drum says. Balanced perfect on the note. Ah, my goodness. All right, John. Stock on the max. Less of a jerking motion on your elbow with a slower swing. Ah! Oh my goodness, I could get the kids to do it, but they tend to smack the coil off the ground. Oh my goodness, no! I put the stock coil on and it looked tiny. A guy I used to go with years and years ago when they really became the fad, I think I'll call it, with getting the larger coil. He broke his larger coil and had to go back to the teeny stock coil. It looked funny after a while. It was like, wow, that looks rather. But and here you guys are talking about bigger coils. I want to go smaller. I want to get a sniper coil, hockey puck coil. They're about that big for heavily concentrated iron infested areas.
You don't get chiggers either, Riv.
No ticks or poison ivy. Have a great night, Kay. We'll catch you around on the tube.
Good night, Kay. What?
I am thinking about developing all plastic coil wheels, casters, so people can just roll those heavy coils.
Yeah.
Hey, they have those. Oh my goodness, I almost bought one. The ground penetrating radar that comes on the like a 3-wheeled cart. I don't remember. I think White's made one. I thought about it. I came close to it, and then I didn't.
It must have been before you got together with me then, huh?
It was quite a long time ago.
Congratulations on quitting smoking, free girl.
Yes, congrats. Can't see swinging big coil in park or lawn though. Drum, do you find it harder to pinpoint with a larger coil? Have a great night, Fletcher. Hey, yep, we'll see you around on the tube.
Me and Charlie quit in April, free girl, and yeah, they're $8 a pack here too. His lady's name is Sandy.
Drum says it depends on the depth as far as pinpointing. Can we design a remote-controlled detector, like a combo radio-controlled off-road vehicle and a lightweight detector? They can have a 4K camera on front. I think that'd be great, Riv.
Have a good night, Joe Durbin.
But it would have to be able to dig, too. You know, then you have to operate another set of controllers where you have to excavate. Have a good night, Joe. A detecting drone. There's an idea.
Quasi says you can find dead bodies with ground penetrating radar.
I can find dead bodies. I can just drive to the cemetery. There's bunches of them there.
Yeah.
That would be an add-on option. Oh, okay. Well, always the extras. They kill you. Roots Magoo, I keep getting booted. Be right back. Going to restart. Alright, Roots. Has anyone thought about trying the wallabout? Wallabout what? What do you What do you think of those gold finding handheld machines with the pointing rod? Talking about divining rods, dowsing rods. I may be a sucker, but I would actually like to try them, just for the sake of trying it.
You can use them to locate treasure, and then I can use them to locate ghosts.
Oh, Mike says no, $500 machine. I'm not sure. Quasi says wallabout. Is that an Australian thing? I have a friend who does it. It's real. Some of the things I get confused about with the divining rods or dowsing rods, whatever you want to call them, some of the old time well guys, the guys who find water to dig wells and etc. But how do you switch up from trying to find water to looking for precious metal with them? That's what I kind of want to know. It does gemstones and gold. $4,000. What? Titan, Jerv? It better dig itself out of the ground for $4,000. I always thought the rods were like the people who went around selling miracle medicine. That's what he did. Wells, you can't find metal, only moving water. I tell you what, Drum, there was a guy from one of the South Jersey clubs who did the divining rods, and everybody made fun of him. I wasn't one of them, because I wasn't part of that club. I was a guest in that club. I wasn't never really a part of it. And he actually had, I think he may still have a channel on YouTube of him using the divining rods. Now, people say he could find stuff, precious metal, with the divining rods on the beach. But moving water creates an electric charge. Makes sense. I've seen these crazy expensive ones for sale around here. They were old military metal detectors. If I remember right, they had the giant coils on them.
Mike, is your caps lock stuck?
He is 80 years old and did it his whole life. He's also a Menno, which I think is Mennonite. That is cool. Helps me read what I I was going to say you turned your hearing aids. Oh my goodness. I tell you, it's got to be an art to be able to do that. It can't be something easy that you pick up. Anyway, I did manage to, like I said, this weekend, I didn't do any of my tests. I was trying to pop on probably either Saturday night or Sunday. The grandkids were here, which with this new gadget, I don't have to worry about that anymore because I tried a couple of tests without going live, and it worked well. My new handy dandy microphone. And now the test live stream from Philadelphia. One of the biggest problems I was having was background noise, traffic noise, all the other good stuff. Have a great night, Hoosier. And why this little handy dandy microphone is some kind of wonderful. I had radios blaring doing just recorded tests. I wasn't going to go live with it without getting at least a run through. And I had the radio blaring while I was doing tests with it, just by here. And I tell you what, it was some kind of wonderful. You could hear me, and even with the radio blaring about 1.5 feet away, why you could still hear what was going on. And the background noise, the radio blaring, you still heard a little bit of it, but you didn't hear a lot. What brand, Charlie? It's called Pop Voice. pop voice. It's the PD510 lavalier microphone. And it hooks up well with the iPhone. It comes with a handy dandy little gadget that you can insert into either your iPhone or your, because they're different sizes actually, either your iPhone or your PC, and you can use it for your PC as well.
Have a good night, free girl.
Have a great night, Amy. We'll catch you around on the tube. And as far as sound quality, they do come with the little foam. Without these little foam gadgets on there, you get a lot of feedback, almost like reverb. And but anyway, with the little foam doodads on it, it takes it away. It softens it up a little bit. Also, too, and using a new I should say old. I'm actually going to buy a subscription to it. Switcher Go. I've been doing a little bit of testing with it. I haven't been posting. I've just been recording with it. And I tell you what, that Switcher Go app for the iPhone, if you want to go live, like wherever you are, is a very handy app to have, especially if you want to try and show pictures or whatnot, sort of like what we already do here on the stream. Well, this app for the iPhone will permit you to do that. So we got a couple of things in the works. Well, our first actual out on the street test of the normal Tuesday live stream will be in October. We may try and do an outing before that. I'm not sure. If we do an outing before that, it's going to be to the local coin shop. And I just need to make a decent test garden for my own machines. They are handy, Drum. I have no idea what Amy just said.
They're talking about the radar gold detector.
No, I don't know. No, it says something about a homeless camp.
She was saying by the free girl.
Battery at 2%. Time to hit the bed here too. Night, everyone. See you tomorrow. All right, Jordan. Do have a great night.
Good night, Jordan.
Getting all the iron out of my yard. Yeah, Drum. Let me tell you what. When I did my test garden here, that was the biggest. Yeah, that was tough. It could be like you could do a raised garden. You would just have to get soil and put it down. Anyway, gang, I think we are going to call this a wrap ourselves. And I do want to thank everybody for hanging around on the Afterglow. And always a good time and chatting with great people. And I tell you what, gang, we'll see each and every one of you on the tube. And tomorrow we got Mike going on. We got Amy. Well, Amy will be on first at 6:30, and then we got Mike later on. And don't miss out on the giveaway. So anyway, gang, we'll probably see everybody there. So do have a great night, and we'll catch you around. All right, gang, that's it. That's all we got. We'll see you later now. Bye. Have a great night.